shouldn't be a surprise to anyone that the Ravens Cash Fantasy Ticket the past 2 years has been the best-selling $5 ticket in the history of the Maryland Lottery.
And it certainly shouldn't. That was Stephen Martino, director of the Maryland Lottery. I'm Stan the Fan Charles, welcoming you to another edition of Inside PressBox, presented by Freedmont Mortgage. Last week, the Maryland Lottery and the Baltimore Ravens unveiled the new Ravens Cash Fantasy Scratch-Off ticket for 2011. Later in the show, I'll talk to both Stephen Martino and Ravens President Dick Cass about what the announcement of this year's ticket means. But first, I'm going to turn it over to my friend Richard Sher as I make my way onto the set for another Sports SquareOff.
Hi, everybody, and thank you, Stan. You know that Inside PressBox is our favorite show. Thank you for the Murphy firm for letting us use their set to do our Sports SquareOff. Stan the Fan.
Richard,
here.
We've got an incredible panel today.
You got a good panel. You want to show the panel? We'll start with this.
We'll start over here. Roger Caplan,
this guy.
advertising executive and part-time Moyle. Gary Stein, sports talker, 105.7 The Fan, and also now proprietor of Studio 83.
Excellent.
And the newest member of our panel, Mike Waddell, new athletic director, 9 months at Towson University.
Have you had any babies yet, or what's going on?
We're trying to give birth to some winners this year.
Ah, that's a great, very clever.
There we go.
We should end the segment now. That was great.
That's right.
You
can perform the
with tips.
All right, now listen. Now Raj has gotten all these notes on what's wrong with the Orioles.
Take those notes away.
Go ahead and fix it.
Well, would you like just in general?
Well, go ahead.
My problem, I was thinking about this, Rich. I'm frozen at October 15th, 1997. It's like been a time warp since Tony Fernandez hit that home run to beat the Orioles 4-2 in the American League Championship Series.
Well, all you have to
off
know.
of Armando Benitez.
All you have to know, I remember I was at the game.
I was too.
All you have to know is that the general manager of that team just was inducted 2 weeks ago into baseball's Hall of Fame. I don't quite get what was wrong with him.
And the man who broadcasted that game is in the Hall of Fame
as well.
Well, and the man who managed that game is now managing down in D.C., and the Orioles haven't won anything since. So is there a common connection here? I mean, I kind of.
What are you saying, Gary? Come on. What are you saying?
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that the one constant, is the man who owns the ball club. And I think that there have been a lot of mistakes made over the last 14 years that have led to where we are today. It's not one thing, but it's a compilation of a bunch of things that's gotten us where
Mike, can
we
you
are.
get into this? Are
You know, I grew up watching the Orioles on home team sports and a variety of things, and I remember the team being pretty good, but then, like you said, I mean, it just kind of hit a lull there. I'm also a Yankees fan, so I don't say that too often in Baltimore, but
never
in public, obviously.
He's a front runner.
But one thing that is pretty obvious is the team has some pretty bad luck, and when you have a guy like Brian Roberts that goes down, whenever you let a guy like Derek Lee go, and then he goes 2 home runs in his first game in Pittsburgh.
I'm free.
Yeah, it's almost like they're relieved, but it'd be nice to have a winner back in town.
Well, it's going to be a while, and I think one of the key things is going to be, I don't think Andy McPhail is as good a baseball man as Pat Gillick. I don't know that he'll ever go into the Hall of Fame, but boy, when he signed on, I don't think he had any idea what he was getting into.
So is he going to be back, you think?
I think it's entirely up to him at this point.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Peter is going to dismiss him. I think it's whether or not his level of frustration at how badly things have turned out. He's a pretty honest guy internally, and I don't know that he wants to come back.
I don't think he's coming back. And I happen to agree with Stan. I think it's going to be his choice. And when he looks at the situation here, he's got other opportunities. And I don't know if he aspires to be in the commissioner's office or not. We've heard that. And I think that's a real possibility for him. I don't think he needs what goes on here, to be quite honest.
Let me just ask this. I'm not a sports guy, although I was a great athlete at St. Paul's School.
Google you.
Google
you under sports.
Google Richard Sher.
If we have all day.
Oh, no. But let me ask you a question. As just a layman, why are the Orioles not able to win lots of ball games? What is it?
I think it's the curse and the karma, Peter. I do. I think that there needs to be an exorcism from that entire part of the franchise.
Well, he has nothing to do with their skills, though.
But what is it? I mean,
that's what I asked. I'm the mother.
Well, okay, you can have the show. But the key thing is, I think, he tries to micromanage. Now, Buck Showalter meets with him weekly. If I'm Andy McPhail and I'm the general manager, I say, no, Peter, it goes through me. I'm the one voice. You don't talk to the manager, and Andy's saying, oh, no, that's okay.
I think what they need is what Frank McCourt and his ex-wife,
Jamie Luskin.
Jamie Luskin McCord,
Cheapest guy in town.
They hired that Russian mystic, Vladimir Spunt.
Yeah.
They paid him over $100,000.
What a spunt he's got.
They paid him $100,000 a year to sit in his Brookline, Massachusetts apartment and watch Dodger games and think good thoughts. I think the Orioles need about 10 of those people.
I don't know if Spunt's going to get the job here. Let me tell you that.
Spell it.
I can't. Here's what the Orioles need. The Orioles need a more cohesive organization. And that's the bottom line, from top to bottom. It's not the Oriole way like it used to be from 64 to 85 or whatever those years were.
Paul Richards, 1950s.
Okay. They need better communication from level to level so that the players, when they come up from the minor leagues, are being taught the same things every single level so that when they get to the major leagues, they're all on the same page. That's not happening today. I've talked to many former Orioles who have been a part of that, and they say that it's a dysfunctional operation in that way.
Name one or two that you've spoken with.
I'm not going to be able to say that right here this moment, but trust me, they're there.
You could go to jail for not giving us your sources.
That's right.
But you know what? The thing is, there is communication. The young players are told, get the heck out of this city when you can sign and get out of here. They know that it's going to be dysfunctional, and it will always be dysfunctional.
You got to get the great strategy from the top. You get the upper management to get out of the way and let the people do their job. When you micromanage, nobody wins.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment. This is a great, great show. Stan the Fan is the boss, and Inside Press Box continues in a moment. You want to bang the gavel? We'll be right back. Excellent.
Well done, Raj.
Inside Press Box is presented by Friedmont Mortgage. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Go to FriedmontMortgage.com for all of your mortgage needs.